can tell you that for sure. Because even right now as we speak, Hillview Academy teachers are just there. Wanaongozwa na mwalimu Elena, wanatusikiliza, and it is good. Plus many other friends who are listening to us, and we really appreciate them. Were it not for them, then we would not be here.
Having the program.
So basically, we encourage you, and we love we love you, and we would also, we are happy when we're interacting with you. Whenever you're talking to us, we're talking to you. We feel happy because this is for you. This is for us all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what paralyzes relationship? Last week we tackled we tackled 10, and today we are ready to go on with the 10. You said lying.
Yeah. So I said lying, and actually you will agree with me, Kate. I know you've been in a relationship, or you're in a relationship. There's nothing that hurts more than when you're not being told the truth. Especially ladies are very much hurt. Especially
because men are so much into lying.
I wouldn't want to say that they are so much into lying. They they have a leeway through lying. So basically what happens when someone is lied to, you create a situation where there's no trust. A trust cannot grow where a lying environment thrives. So basically this is a relationship turnoff, because it makes everybody feel like they are very unsafe. They cannot rely you on anything, on you on anything. Neither do they feel like you are dependable. And actually in a relationship, both partners need to feel they are dependable, they are responsible, and they are reliable. So when lying happens, then it means details are being presented inaccurately, which is very hurting. And I would really like to tell my fellow men that lying is not the good way to go. Actually, I always encourage them to, try something more challenging. Try to be honest at least once in a while. For the ladies, they know how to lie, but before they start lying, they will have observed for quite some time before they choose to lying, because they always try to be very honest with their hearts. They always try to be very honest with their feelings. So basically lying is a turn off. Stop practicing it. Just try to be honest, as much as honest as you can. Try to be honest. And again, we should not feel insecure by being honest, because basically what happens when you are honest enough, you enable your partner to be able to always understand you, and to really, she understands how predictable you are, or he understands how predictable you are, such that whenever information is being given, they can also protect you in a way.
Does lying come just when there's a past to protect, or we just lie because it's nature and we build it like that we have to lie in a relationship?
Kate, let me tell you something. Sometimes we lie because of our past. Sometimes we lie to justify our actions. Sometimes we lie because we want to avoid so many questions, And basically, it doesn't help, because eventually the truth will come out.
That's true.
So it is we tend to believe that it is our nature to lie, but you can also create or develop another new nature of being honest, and it will not hurt you. Actually, it will even make you more happier. Now, imagine a situation whereby someone comes and asks for you, and your husband or your boyfriend is quick to say, I really don't know where Kate is, and I can't be sure that I can tell you honestly what time she will come, because this guy has no trust over how you manage your time. He doesn't have information about your whereabouts, and even if you tell, like you see today, people use cell phones to really lie.
That's true.
You are in a bank, you are queuing, you're almost going to withdraw some cash, and someone calls you, and you tell them uko kwa stage umemngojea. But now, why create all that jeopardy? It only ruins your reputation. So basically, lying jeopardizes your reputation, paints you in a glim picture, and makes you become unreliable. There's a quote that normally says, I have no problem with you lying today. The only problem I have is that I don't know whether I'll trust you tomorrow.
That's true.
So if people take care of how they express themselves, then it will be so good.
And definitely trust is very key in a relationship. Trust
is very key in relationships.
Then
number 2, we are going to talk about taking advantage of your partner. When you think about taking advantage of your partner, is whereby you want to be the most beneficiary, or you want to feel good every time more than your partner, and you end up leaving your partner hurt. You realize that many things are happening today. Partnership is a teamwork. When one of you loses, both of you have lost. When one of you wins, both of you have won. But imagine a situation whereby a guy earns more than the lady, or a lady earns more than the guy. Then you start taking advantage of this girl or that guy by doing things against their will. You know, it really hurts them, and they even wonder, why are they in that relationship? And before they even get the answer, they start rejecting you. They start resenting the relationship. Basically, when we start relationships, we actually hope for the best. So when we bring in new characters and new habits and new behaviors, then what happens? We start raising questions and doubts about how healthy is that relationship going to be? Does it even have a future? And you'll find people fighting over very, very petty things simply because someone just took advantage of the other one. So it is good for you to control and respect your partner, because it is very important for you to always know. Like I said last week, the partnership or the relationship is not a collaboration. It's a partnership, and both of you are responsible. You play your beat, I play my beat. We have something beautiful for us to admire and enjoy as we move along.
It's a two-way traffic, eh?
Yeah, it's a two-way traffic. Yeah. Then number 3 is about taking kindness for granted. When your partner is so kind to you, do not think they are stupid.
That's true.
They're not stupid. Neither are they crazy. What happens when they are kind to you is that they are showing a passionate side of themselves, that they are willing to do as much as they can to ensure you attain the happiness and the contentment that you want in that relationship. When they go an extra mile to actually prove to you that they are there for you, don't take that for granted. Their kind heart can also become something different. You know, every element has an opposite side.
That's
so
true.
if they are kind, take it positively, appreciate them, and always be happy about them. Always remember to thank them for whatever kindness, for whatever act of kindness they have shown you. Kindness is a value. Kindness is a virtue. Kindness is an element that everyone enjoys having, and it is a language that is learned by even the blind and the dumb. Because what happens when you're very kind to someone, you're willing to do anything for them. Yeah, you are willing to sacrifice anything for them. So if they take that for granted, then eventually you feel hurt. Apart from just feeling stupid or feeling used, you feel hurt.
And I think it will reach a point whereby you'll no longer give it anymore, and when it's gone, it's gone. It will never come back.
You see, once a virtue is gone, it will take you a lot of effort to earn it back. Because kindness, kindness, respect, honesty, these are virtues that are earned. You earn them, and they are not bought. Be good, and the kindness will just come. Be kind to your partner. The kindness will trickle back to you, because it's a two-way traffic.
Wow. So we've tackled the lying, taking advantage of your partner, and taking kindness for weakness. And I think that one really...
Yeah, especially ladies are always very kind. Very, very kind. And I wonder why we men would not appreciate that.
And we take it with something else.
Actually, we take it like these ladies are behaving childishly. It's not about being childish. This lady feels you from the heart, and she wants you to feel happy. She wants to show the passionate side of her by being so kind, being so tender, being there with you, talking softly, and that is what makes a man feel good. So if you don't pay it back in a good way, then you hurt the lady.
Okay, just to remind the listeners, we're talking about what paralyzes relationships, and it's very important when you learn. We talked about lying, taking advantage of your partner, and taking kindness for weakness. We'll come back and tackle the 7 more that are remaining. Any question, any worries, anything that you want to talk to us about in that area, feel free. 0708 13 13 35, or call us on 0713 999 227. Keep it Hero Drive. Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, taking us to 2:39 p.m. East Africa time. Thank you so much for choosing Hero Radio, and to be precise, Hero Drive, hashtag the Vobix Palace. Go to our page, like the page, and find the interaction online. Definitely, even today's topic will be there, but I'm privileged to be joined by Dr. Love, Counselor Sam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
And we're talking about what paralyzes relationship. We've tackled lying, taking advantage of your partner, and I think so many people have a key of taking kindness for weakness. Yeah. But I'll allow the interaction, the SMSs to come later. So let's just go to number 14.
Yeah, number 14 this may fall hard on ladies, but it also happens with guys. Letting yourself go. When you get a guy or when you get married, you get a lady, it doesn't mean that now you don't need to continue taking care of yourself. Remember, there are some physical appearances that your partner got attracted to when they were dating you, or when you were dating, or when you are getting married. For instance, you realize a guy will want a lady who has a good figure and good looking. A lady will also want a masculine guy, well physique and a good physique, and she will be happy. But now when they get together, they get into what we call a comfort zone. When they get into a comfort zone, they let go. So you realize the lady grows a big tummy and she becomes just another pum pum.
Wears
So they no longer take care of their
wearing a campaign t-shirt.
They no longer take care of their physical outlook. The way they used to look, it becomes distorted completely. Now I agree that there are changes that happen, especially when ladies become pregnant and when they give birth. But that is not reason enough for you to just let go, kujiachilia. For guys who develop very big tummies, it is a put off to the ladies. They want someone whom they can, they can easily hold, someone they can, they can sit with pole vizuri. And you see some of our physical appearances become a little bit, I don't know what exact word to use that I don't have, so that it doesn't hurt the listeners. But you need to look physically attractive. That is especially what I'm saying. You need to look physically attractive. If it is the lady, take care of how you look. If it is the guy, take care of your tummy, take care of whatever is, bulging extraordinarily, so that at least you can keep on, being attractive to your partner. The other thing is about selfishness. Selfishness, this is being dogmatic. You just want everything to be for you. Everything works for you,
it's
and
me,
not
myself,
for the other.
and I.
But you see, in as much as it is good to be selfish, but in the right way. And one of the things that I would say is bad in being selfish is like denying your partner an opportunity to grow. When you put them in the cocoon, because simply you've gotten them into your life, then now you limit them.
You found someone, a career woman. Right now, I don't want you to work.
You don't want her to work. You don't want her to be with friends. You don't want her to be involved in social activities. You are limiting this lady. If it is a guy, like you look like now you are another puppet to this lady. Like what are they called? This it's like you married to a sugar mommy. It's not good. Allow your friend to grow. Allow your partner to be himself or herself.
That's true.
Give them space so that at least they feel they have a chance to actually express themselves, to grow and to develop.
Councillor Sam, I don't know if you can remember. I think was it last Wednesday or last Wednesday, but one. There's a lady who was complaining that my guy met me applying makeup, but as soon as I entered his house, it's like, I don't want any makeup. So does that one apply to selfishness?
It may apply to some extent, because by just telling the lady stop wearing makeup without giving enough reasons, then it means you're selfish. When you are open enough, selfishness does not apply, because you have room to actually discuss and talk about and actually find a solution to whatever is bothering any one of you. But when now it becomes like a directive, then it means one of you is being limited in a way. Try to understand why that lady is wearing makeup, because maybe it makes her feel good. It makes her self-esteem, rise. But if it makes you uncomfortable, it's also good for you to tell her, so that at least you can balance the perspective.
But my question, I know this one might be outside our topic, but maybe just to point that, you found me with makeup. You loved me like that. You found me putting on trousers. Why change my life? I thought you loved me the way you are. Those days you used to kiss me with makeup. Right now, they're offensive. Why change me?
I remember telling you, Kate, and I remember saying on air to our listeners that the same things your guy loved you for are the same things he will hate you for. So if you see, the day he was marrying you, before he married you, you were just a boyfriend, girlfriend, you fiancés, So that time, the kind of people he was walking with were the people giving him the information or advice in regard to how you looked. But now he's gone into another class, where he's meeting now new caliber of people. Yeah, people who are married, people who understand marriage differently. They understand the way a woman should look differently. And if now he starts borrowing so much of that advice from them, then expect change. Because now he's responding to the peers. Okay. So expect change. That change may be so uncomfortable for you.
And weird.
Yeah, and very weird or awkward as it may sound. But remember, you are not there only for yourself. You are there for the relationship. So work for what, both of you work so hard for what coming so argumentative in the house over petty things. And actually, those are good things, and they are very visible. But there's something that we miss to look at. And what we miss to look is when someone thinks they are too good. Yeah? When you are too good and everything that you say counts.
Yep.
And the other person's opinions do not count. I don't know whether people do know that is a turn-off. Because what happens is, every time I have an opinion, but it doesn't count, then I'm good as useless in that relationship.
Yes.
When my partner...
You're trying to compare me with a baby.
Yeah.
That baby cannot move, cannot do anything, so I'm like him or
It's like
her.
my level of reasoning is not... in equilibrium with yours. Yeah,
I'm a toddler.
You are a toddler. I'm the mature guy here. And you see, what happens mostly is that when you start controlling, when you become so manipulative, when you win that power, when you win that position of becoming the manipulator, then you start feeling that you are too good to do everything. But little do you know that you're scaring your partner away, and eventually that relationship may end up not working.
Okay.
So being too good
it's not that good.
Is not that good.
Sometimes be harsh kidogo and okay again.
Just be yourself. Yeah, if something is not working.
Okay, what if this love I have towards you, Councillor Sam, is too much that I cannot hold it? I just have to, I have to pour myself to you.
When you're pouring yourself to me, it's okay, and I will understand that you're pouring yourself to me in a good way if you are not obsessed, because obsession again is another problem. Now remember, there is the word obsession, or there is the act of being obsessed, and there is the act of being possessed. So we have to demystify between the two. When you have so much love for me, are you possessed or are you obsessed? Yeah,
which one is better, being possessed or obsessed?
None, just be in love,
I think it's called mania love, or smoothery love, something like that.
Yeah, so because when you become so obsessed, then you want to possess me. Yeah,
you're now you're mine, you're my property.
Yeah, and so now it becomes you are too good. Everything that you say, because you love me, I have to accept, and my opinion does not count. And then again, now you.
So there's a selfish attitude towards
it. It all adds up to manipulation, selfishness, and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
The other point is about cutting conversations. You see, we have people who are good. I don't know whether I'll say they are good speakers, talkers, or they are good in expressing themselves. Yeah, but you see again, when you cut conversations, it means someone is explaining something, and in the middle, you have already decided you are also supposed to talk. So his point, whatever he was expressing, is not fully complete, but now you take over. That it hurts the other person's heart, because anajiuliza, now why was I speaking even kutoka mwanzo? So what happens is, when you cut conversation, it becomes so challenging for the other person to understand exactly.
I thought that happens when people are drunk, even when
people are sober. When they are very sober. It happens. Yeah, the wife is there trying to explain something, and the husband cuts her short. No, don't say that, and then it becomes argumentative. Eventually you realize the lady or the guy will throw in the towel and say, it appears like you know so much, then we ongea. You see, then when it reaches to that point,
especially in public domain, it's so
bad. That relationship is ailing. No, it is even much worse when they are both in the house,
the two of them.
Yeah, it is worse, much worse, because they argue, they end up even fighting because one feels like anafanywa mtoto. Yeah, so for them to prove that they are also adults, as they emphasize, they hit. Yeah, so basically cutting conversation is not good, and again, it's not respective. Like you're not respecting your partner. The other thing is about anger. Projection. You are projecting your anger. We are all busy every day, running up and down. The hustles and bustles of life are, trying to catch up with life every day. And then when you come home, your husband has not annoyed you, your wife has not annoyed you, your girlfriend has not annoyed you.
Why should you just
but
pour
now
the
you
anger to me?
project the anger to them. You pour everything onto them, and they're like, okay, how did that happen? I even don't know what is happening in your life. Why are you projecting your anger to me? Then this person is like, whom do you want me to talk to? Talking does not mean sharing or pouring your anger or your baggage on someone. It means you want relief. If you want relief, just request them for their time. I need to talk to you in a very smooth way, in a very good way, polite way. Tell them I want to talk to you, and whatever I want to talk to you about is something that is bothering me. Then you talk. It will be good. But when now every time, actually you find for anything small that happens, then it becomes a reason for you to throw tantrums. Then it hurts the other partner. Let's be careful about how we project our anger towards our partners.
That's true.
And I've seen this happening, especially from women to men. Women project so much of their anger towards their men. But I know it happens because mostly they need someone to talk to, but this man is not attending to them. He's physically there, but psychologically very far and emotionally away. So I would really encourage partners and couples to just sit and talk their issues together. Then the final thing is about
Are we final?
Yeah, we're doing the final one.
Okay.
We're doing the big sacrifices. Every time you want your partner to do sacrifices for you or to sacrifice something for you, but when they do it, they feel like they have done something so big. It's like they need some payback.
They magnify
it. Why it not for me? Would you have done this? Why it not for me to have, sacrificed my time? How far would you have gone? When you get to such levels, it means now you are not yourself. You are someone else. And it is always good to remain yourself and to conduct yourself in a manner that will encourage your partner to really respect you. When you give, when you sacrifice your time, when you sacrifice anything for your partner, remember you're doing it for the sake of your relationship. Every time I say and I talk about relationships, I always encourage these two people to always look at their relationship as an investment. Whatever you're doing for that relationship is an investment. It is an investment either to make it work or to make it not work. So it's for you to choose. So when you're making a sacrifice, it is for the good of your individual. You have your own. The relationship itself has its own expectations and it has its own interests. The backbone of a healthy relationship is communication. Ensure you have healthy communication. Now you have mentioned about not having trust. There is always a reason as to why you came up with not having trust about your partner. What are the issues that you are observing that are making you feel like you can't trust your partner? Address those issues first. And the best way that you can only address those issues is by communicating, because if it is a distant relationship, then it means you can only communicate. Try as much as possible to use any method of communication that you can. It can be through phone calls, it can be through texting, it can be through emails, it can be through Facebooking. Try as much as possible to interact through communication and express yourself openly to your partner about the things that make you feel like you are not so secure in the relationship to a point where you have developed mistrust. So it is good for you to let them know so that they can assure you, they can clear out the issues that are the issues that are burdening your mind about what is happening in the relationship. So basically work out through that, and just remember the backbone of every healthy relationship is communication.
That's true.
Now going to Jocelyn, what is the best way to break up? I'm wondering, what is making you break up? That is one question which you possibly didn't bring out so well. However, if it is a breakup, as you came together, sit down together and discuss about the issues or the things that are not working in your relationship that are making you find it necessary for you to walk away from that relationship. Because honestly, if you are not open to your partner, then it means even if you you walk away today, you walk out of that relationship today, it will hurt him. Make him aware. First of all, try to analyze those issues by yourself. Sit down, take a piece of paper and a pen, write them down. These are the issues that are making me feel like I want to break out with this person. Then as you write them down, remember those other advantages that you got in the relationship. Remember to write them down, because honestly, you may be breaking away from that partner not because you dislike them or you don't love them, but because of one item that they did that really made you feel bad. So you write them down. if they add up to what you can now conclude, draw a conclusion that now I'm ready to break up, then go and inform him. I'm breaking out of this relationship because of all these issues. And as you outline them, remember, he will also try to express himself, and he will tell you maybe the reasons as to why all these things happen.
And maybe he might convince you,
and he may convince you not to break, to break up. So basically, it's up to you to sit down, try to analyze all the aspects that are affecting your relationship. If they're affecting you more than him, because honestly, anything that happens in a relationship affects both. If they're affecting you more, let him know. Maybe he has a way of addressing them. Then two of you will decide whether it's done or you will continue.
Thank you so much. I know I'll be maybe hurting so many listeners, but I will crown that by giving your number, because we have people like who is saying, Dr. Love, I need your help. I'm a 20-year-old girl with a kid, but there's a guy I'm in love with, but he seems not to be interested. I love him. What should I do to get over him and get into a serious relationship? Is Betty. Betty, kindly allow Love Doctor to work with you one-on-one. So, and as we said, our page, the Vobic's Palace, go like the page. You can ask the counselor any question. That is Dr. Love. But right now he'll give us his number and where to find him. But still, I want that interaction to go on Facebook. That is our personal page. That's Kate Vobic, the Vobic's Palace, and we still have a Twitter handle. It's Vobic's Palace. Once you post anything there, we will get it. So your number and where to get you, Dr. Love.
First of all, before I give my number, I want to thank all our listeners, and we appreciate you, and we are here for you. Feel free to talk to us. As professionals, we practice ethics. There are things that we can't, like express openly. We are very confidential. So we respect you. We appreciate you and we love you so much. When you are with us, when you're listening to us, we feel happy. My number is 0723-793-414.
That is 0723-793-414.
And I can always be found at Wilma House, second floor, room 202. When you come there, you will find me. Feel free to come over. Talk to me from 8 to 6 p.m. That is the time that the official hours, because I always also need to have time with my family. But before I leave, I want to also tell the listeners what we'll be talking about next week. Because basically, I've had so many questions coming, and I've tried to answer as many as I could. So there is a question that has always been asked, like since I left here, that question has been pulled to me all the time. What happens when people are dating? People continue communicating in dating. They text, they call every time. But the moment they settle, that almost stops instantly.
Or the moment the lady says yes to a man, the man does not text or call
there is
anymore.
No more
it becomes the lady's
robust communication. So that is what we'll be trying to talk about, and with us we'll be having a lady who has gone through that. So at least it will be a very good interactive session. I would encourage our leaders to our listeners to join us that day.
Okay, I'm still emphasizing going to social media. That is Vobic's Palace. That's our page. Like our page or go to our Twitter handle. That is Vobic's Palace. And you will get interacted there. 0723-793-414 is Dr. Love's number. Feel free to call him. Official hours, please. Thank you so much, Dr. Love.
Asante,
it has been really wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Being with you, we've learned a lot. And we will work on how to prevent the relationship from getting paralyzed.
The main intention here when people get into relationship is for them to gain contentment, satisfaction, and joy.
Thank you. So to the listeners, I'm coming with the Doom News exactly 3:30. Keep it Hero Drive.